Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Rob. Hope you're having a great day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in that chat box. There's Jeff with a number 3. Oh, I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, Roman. How you doing, my friend? Hey, Erica. Morning, Helen. Afternoon, Kevin. All different time perspectives. Busy but good. I get that, Roman. It's been crazy. Hey, Ed, how you doing? All right. Fantastic. Well. Welcome, everyone, to this week's Power Hour. I hope it has been a good day for you. I hope it's been a little bit of a better trading day for you than it has me. I haven't really got a whole lot off today. I do have a nice trade from Amelia, but it's been a busy day, so I have not had a whole lot of time, but Mondays are like that for me, period. So every once in a while, we get one like today. I didn't even get a chance to look at half of the things I had on my list today. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Yeah, so no trades for me yet either. Yeah, I mean, I'm confident I'll get something off by the end of the day. I'm just haven't had anything yet at this point. So as we do get started, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. If you like anything that you see, make sure that it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance. Never, ever take on a trade that doesn't fit that first. Just because I like it doesn't mean it's great for you. All right, we've got a lot coming up this week on the 15th, which I think that's today. We've got Inner Circle at 7, 8 o'clock is E-mini Think Tank Q&A with Brandon. Mastermind Group is on the 16th. For those of you that are here in Mastermind Group, tomorrow night's class, you will get an email about. Remember, 2 weeks ago when I taught, we did our core strategy, which was on day trading, and we got through part of it. I'm going to finish it up tomorrow night, which means we're going to probably go longer than an hour that we were planning on for tomorrow. So just keep that in mind for tomorrow night. I really do want to try to get through the balance of the strategy for you. Okay, so you got Mastermind tomorrow on the 17th. You got both Trading You and Monster Market Movers coming up. Right, Power Hour Trading Coaches Playbook. They're on the regular schedule. Protect, preserve, and win in uncertain times. We got Dale to put one more back on the schedule, guys. So many of you could not get into the last class he had. It was packed. So we got Dale to put one more back on for the 23rd. It is at noon. So go ahead and register for that. Lee, could you drop that in the chat box, please? The link for Protect, Preserve, and Win in uncertain times. Pop, covered call, E-mini, and Vegas spreads all on their regular schedule. Right, here is our follow us page. You will notice we've got the website, right? We've got our YouTube channel. If you go left straight down, website, YouTube channel, right? Our LinkedIn, our podcast, tradinglikeaboss.com that has all of our free resources. Facebook, Twitter, IG, Instagram, our blog, and then, oh wait, that says Trade with Rob. Yes, it does not say on there Market Mornings. We've decided to stop and halt for now Market Mornings, and I'm going back to Trade with Rob instead. The goal is to do it 2 to 3 times a week. We did it 3 times last week. We probably will not normally do them on a Friday, just because I do the SPX video on Friday, so it's a little bit too much of a push to get them all done. But if you go over to tradinglikeaboss.com, actually, Lee, can you drop in the link to register for the Trade with Rob? Okay, so you're going to get an email which says, hey, the video is done. It's going to take you over to a page. On that page is where the video is housed. Any details you might need about it are right there. You'll even see, in most cases, the 3 stocks, if we find 3, that we're looking at for that day. And the reason I chose 3, beside it being a Fibonacci number, is when I pick just one, if it gaps in a direction and there's no trade setup, you have nothing left from that video. These videos are taking us 3 to 5 minutes to get them out, right? Meaning that's about how long they are. It's very clear, concise, do this, and this. Here's the trade setup, go. So, and it's all free. So go ahead and check it out. All right, Lee, drop that in there. I appreciate that, Lee. Thank you, sir. All right, the Trading Boss Manifesto. Guys, this is basically our belief system, right? My goal is to help train and turn every one of you into a trading boss. You are the boss, right? This is our manifesto for that, right? And we worked long and hard on this. My entire team bought into this concept of what we're looking to do with someone as they come into our ecosystem, whether you come in through Trading You or PDB Free, or mastermind or wherever it is, our goal is to move you through a process to help get you there. And this is what getting you there means. This is our commitment to you to help get you successful. You can download this. It's on the, and I do suggest you do. It is on the homepage. It is on the on Trading Like a Boss. We will have it on robertjroy.com as well. That is another site. All three of those sites are going to link, so you'll be able to click to any one of them to get to the other ones right from there. So, but I would say you should download this and get used to reading it every day. You know, if you're not doing some things from a mindset perspective daily to set you up, let's see, is Trip in here with us today? Usually, let's see. I just got to scroll down to the T's, which is a long path for me right now. Trip is here. Okay. So Trip is a huge mindset buff, right? He is focused on it all the time, has great insight to it. So those of you that are in mastermind and those in inner circle know, but if you're in hey, Trip, if you're in a circle, you know, but if you're in mastermind, really drill Trip a little bit on some of the mindset stuff. But if you're not preparing your mind every day, morning and night, every day, morning and night, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? Just like you are supposed to be. How about that? Supposed to be exercising your body. You need to exercise your mind. And junk in, junk out, right? That's a huge component of it. And here's something that I will tell you that's a little bit of an interesting fact. My wife and I would sit in the evenings in different rooms to watch television because she used to like to keep the news on, and I never wanted to see the news. Well, how do you know if something happens? I promise you, if there's a plane crash, I'm going to know. If there's something massive, major, I'm going to know. The smaller stuff, yeah, it may be tragic. It may be something that, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. But it isn't something that I need to dwell on. And when you're watching every channel you go to and they just tell you there was a shooting on this, you know, in this state and this happened, and it just goes on for hours and days. For me, from a mindset perspective, it's bad. Personally, I don't do well with that. And I found myself shifting over more and watching some of the news based on some of the political things going on and so forth. And I find for my own personal self that my sleep, because I use, some of you know what this is, some do not, Aura, O-U-R-A, this ring, right? If you could see inside of it, I don't know if you can or not, but it's a computer, right? And it tells you sleep patterns and how your heart rate was, how many times you woke up, activity tracker. There's just a lot in there. There's a lot inside of what this does. And I find, and I'm very much about statistics, right? So I find that when I get to a habit of watching news multiple times, either in a day and or just at night before going to bed, is the last thing you do, right? Right before you go to sleep, you watch that disgusting news, because they're not telling you a whole lot of good stuff on there. It's not saying, oh, this kid got a scholarship, and nope, it's, oh, did you see what happened today? Right? And that's great and fine and good, but you really need to prep your mind every morning and every night before morning wake up, night before you go to bed. I have a planner. It's that big black book in the back over there. I think you can see it against the corner there. It's over my right shoulder. That planner helps me go through things like reading the Trading Boss Manifesto. I have my own personal goals and aspirations that I read my goals out every single day out loud, twice a day, once in the morning when I get up, once in the evening before I go to bed, right? I have them written down in two different places, okay? One's here, one is upstairs in our bedroom. So I can do that as the last thing I do. And then guess what? The last thing I'm speaking out loud, and I do read them out loud. Just like I tell you to read your trades out loud, I read my items out loud from my list. Why? Because I am seeing them, I am speaking them, I am hearing them. Since I'm 68% Italian, I am using my hands to talk about them. And I have multiple senses going on there to help ingrain those things in my brain, right? I also have a pad with a pen. So when I wake up in the middle of the night and I get these ideas of, oh, we should do this, or I should do that, or I need to fix this, I jot it down on a piece of paper. Listen, these are the things that work for me. You do it, don't do it, is up to you. You may sleep like a rock and never wake up at all. Don't tell me that, because I will not be a happy camper with you, right? I'm sure most people aren't. But better sleep, right, makes you better prepared to trade the market. If you've ever been exhausted and you're sitting down and you're kind of groggy and you're closing your eyes and you're and you're trying to trade like that, that is a problem, right? That is a severe problem. So for me, moving away more from less of the news, I heard a great conversation the other day. I am listening to a book right now, and this is my mobile studio is my Audible, right? It's great what you can do with your phone now, right? So if just seeing first actually that wasn't it. That's the one I'm listening to right now. Darn. All right, let me see if I can catch which one it was. Darren Hardy is his name. Finished. Okay, let's see. Finished. Why doesn't it show me all the finished in the order that I finished them? All right, that's terrible. Unless it's at the bottom. Nope, it's not there. The Infinite Game. No, that was Simon Sinek. That's another good book, by the way. Here we go. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Right? If you don't follow this guy, he's got some amazing, he's not a stock market guy. He's mindset, business building, and so forth. Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. Right? I listen to everything on 1.65 speed. I can't do it much slower than that. Some people I can only go up 1.5. I'm going to move up to 1.7 pretty soon. I've got a goal of when that's going to happen. But you will focus better if you are focused on what you're listening to. You'll focus better on the material than at regular speed, especially when some people talk like this. Right? I put it on 1.65 and it still seems too slow. But some of the things he talks about in there, like he talked about a friend of his who I have two of my very good friends that are somewhere between 6 and 8 hours a day. They're in the news, watching news. That is a problem, right? For them. I mean, I see what goes on in their lives and what they're contending with, right? And what his comment was, unless you are a, not reporter, but unless you had a reason to be in there, like for me, having CNBC on, that's important, right? That's my life. That's my finances. That's my income, right? So I have CNBC on. But would I put on CNN or Fox or no, not at all. Okay. Certainly not for that many hours. Right. And for me, ironically, it's not even the news. It was all the feed that pops up on Facebook with the videos on, oh, what did they say? Oh, this just happened 2 hours ago. Oh, what happened today with Trump? What happened with the president? What happened with, I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Right. I can't do it any longer. So and I have for a while been moving away from it, doing less and less. And I find personally for me, my sleep has gotten better and better. So if it helps, awesome. If it doesn't, awesome. Okay. Download the Trading Boss Manifesto and read it every day. Erica said, that's so good. True negative energy on the news. Yep, exactly, Erica. I mean, it's just what you got to contend with, right? All right, let's see what we got there. Monster market movers, guys, coming up this week. It is on Wednesday, I believe it is. And I'm pretty sure 17, right? Your very first one is $49. Go ahead and get registered for that, guys. You're going to get a ton of candidates. We go through our different pattern of the month. It's the only place where I have right now all of our Fibonacci strategies, and we're teaching them one a month, but there's 7 or 8 trainings in total. There will be, we've got about 6 of them done. There's 7 or 8 trainings in there, and every one of those are pure fibs, nothing else. And that's the only place you're going to find them is inside of Monster Market Movers. So go ahead and check it out, guys. For $49, once you register and you go through that first 2 hours, you'll never stop. All right. So take advantage of that discount for tonight's class. All right. Ooh, I don't want to show Amelia's trade just yet. Go ahead and drop in the trades that you guys did. I want to see what that is. Let's go check them out. John, you're awesome. John already had preempted it and typed it in. So let's see. John said trades today: Wheel of Fortune, SPY, Naked Puts, Beyond, Roku, and YPF. Iron Condor on the rut. Cash flow, ka-ching, $1,000, baby. I know YPF for sure comes right off of Cover Call Explorer, right? So that is awesome. Congrats on that. John Paula said SPY put 4% profit scalp on the call, 5% loss. Okay. Larry said SPY had 17% ROI. Nice, Larry. Good job. Jeff said 60 cents on Tesla. Awesome. Deborah said all over $800 profits, multiple call contracts. All right, there you go, Deborah. Profit's profit, right? So that's great. Jim said, didn't get any trades off this morning. Last week was a very good week for trades. It really was. It really was. Oh, AI. I'm sorry. AI, the stock, not all over. Got it, Deborah. Got it. My bad. AI over $800 in profit, multiple call contracts. Perfect. You know, Amelia and I were talking about AI not long ago. I had called her for something and we got, you know, we just get lost sometimes her and I when we talk on the phone. Many times it has nothing to do with business. It is, could be stock, you know, the candidates we're looking at, but it's some of our passions of what we do with our hands. Amelia is very handy. She's an artist, just a brilliant artist, right? As far as painting and things like that go. Her color palette is amazing. We were talking about, we talk about woodworking a lot. She just bought this massive amount of equipment for her shop. But we were talking about AI, and they offer some phenomenal monies on there, guys. But I really think that AI is a stock for the future. And what I mean by that is I'm not saying don't buy it now. I think AI is going to be a contender for a big name, right? Which is A3 or something they're called. Roby said cash secured puts on TQQQ last week, a gain for Monday, but bought back today for 56% ROI. Nice. Good job there, Roby. PK said SPY $120, MasterCard 4 contracts, $80 taken out while playing with trailing stops. Okay, very nice. Very nice. I love seeing it, folks. I really do. You guys are doing awesome. Keep it up. Remember, this is accountability, right? I spend 1 hour with you most weeks, right? There's some we cut a little bit short, some we miss out on occasionally, but most weeks and even those now, we're starting to do Tuesday if Monday's a holiday. So giving all this time, all this great content, all we ask in return is you participate. That's ask and answer questions. And of course, where we've talked trading, I don't care if they're funded or non-funded. I don't care if they're win, lose, or draw. It doesn't matter. It's you putting it out to the universe, to whatever your belief system is, that you're putting it out there, that you're doing this, right? You're making this happen, right? That is huge to me. Brenda said, AI is kind of scary for the things they're going to be able to do. Oh yeah, there's no question that AI is scary, Brenda. And we've all of a sudden had this society realization of, oh my God, AI exists, right? And you are, you know, listen, I see all the ads pop up that says, oh, you know, got this AI to pick out your candidates to trade. Yeah, they're called filters. We've been using them for decades. All right. They're filters. That's all it is. It's a filter, right? And use a system to trade what's in that filter. But is AI going to affect some more than others? And the answer is yes. There are going to be some people that lose their jobs, but they're already having brand new jobs being created. I mean, you're looking, they're talking about having companies are hiring AI technology specialists or things like that. Okay, I'm an AI expert. I mean, it came out like 4 minutes ago and you're an expert now. How is that possible? How did you become an expert in 4 minutes? Right? Well, that's kind of where it's going though. All right, that's kind of what's happening there. So, all right. Here's a trade off from Amelia, right? Anatomy of a trade from the Inner Circle chat room. So this was today live in the room as Amelia was teaching inside of Inner Circle. And that is one of the biggest differences for those of you that are questioning Inner Circle Mastermind. One of the biggest differences is we've got a live manned, you know, operated chat room 3 days a week that people are in there trading. Right, so they're in there, they're talking, they're talking about the candidates. Everybody's on mic and or camera if you want to be, and they're talking about what trades they're looking at, what we're looking to do, and so forth. Right. So if you look here, number one, and this came in. If you look at the list on the bottom, when you look at the timing, the green, right? This was 9:52 this morning. Amelia bought to open 5 QQQ contracts, the May 19th. Which is Friday, the 328 puts. She bought them at 406, right? And that was here, okay? At 9:58, which was right here, she sold 3 of the contracts at 422 and moved her trailing stop to the ADMA. So she got in at 406, got out at 422. So we're talking about 14 cents, 14, 20, 16 cents. She got 16 cents down the first one on 3 contracts. So about $50. And then she moved her trailing stop, right? She sold 2 contracts at the mid pivot line level at 463 was the close price. And that was at 10:13 this morning. So that one was 57 cents. So she's got $150 ish in this trade today on a very simple, straightforward setup that she does. And this is, again, what she calls the anatomy of the trade, right? Where she's taking that trade and breaking it apart step by step for you, what she does. Amelia does a great job, right? Great job inside of them. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, I love it. Great job. Yeah, kudos are good. You guys can congrats each other as well. Yes, who had said that about the Rolling University? PK, didn't Zig Ziglar call listening to things in your car Rolling University, Automobile University? Yes. And there have been others. I don't know who coined it. There have been others as well. Jim Rohn, who's, again, an old timer, right? Use things like that as well. But listen, I did a short on this, or a reel on this, right? If you will commit 18 minutes every day, 7 days a week, 18 minutes every day to learning the stock market, or anything for that matter, 18 minutes, in 1 year, you will know more than 95% of the people out there when it comes to the stock market. 18 minutes. It's the equivalent of a university course, they say. All right. Well, but Rob, man, 18 minutes, how much am I going to learn in 18 minutes? You know what? It's the penny exercise. Would you rather have $1 million, or would you rather have a penny doubled every day for 30 days? I give you the $1 million up front, or I give you the penny up front. Which one would you rather have? Most people will take the million. But if you run the numbers and double that penny every day for the next 30 days, I don't know if I can get a spreadsheet up here with it. Let me see. All right. So, oops, I want to grab it there. 0.01, right? Right. So in 2 days, you got 2 cents. 33, let's see. All right. So in 3 days, in 33 days, you're looking at 5,300,000. Oh, it's not 33 days because I got 3 lines that are not in there, right? And actually, it should be one more. But you're going to double it for 30 days. I gave you the penny, right? You're looking at $10 million is what your penny would be worth if you doubled it every day for a year, for 30 days. Sorry, not the year. And look, if you go here, let me just get rid of these. It's confusing with the line numbers, right? So there's 31 days. Okay. Well, it's actually 30 because you started with a penny. So, but if you look at, 17 days in, well, actually don't do that. If you go 11 days in, it's only $10, right? Doesn't seem like that much. It's $160 on 15 days. 20 days, it's $2,600. Now you're starting to get somewhere, right? 25 days, you're 167,000. And then it just becomes a massive number from there. All right. So it's all about that compound effect, right? 18 minutes a day is all I ask. Well, and that's all I ask. If you're willing to put 18 minutes and just commit to it every day, you'll know more than most people. Now, what happens if you put more than that in? What if it's an hour a day for 7 days a week, right? When I talk to somebody about mastermind group, and they ask because one of the things you have to commit to me before I even consider allowing somebody in there is, do you have the time to do this? And it's not a set number for everybody. It doesn't work that way. Right? I know when someone comes in a mastermind group, in the conversation I'm having with them, whether they need to go through the basics or they got the basics, they just need some tweaks to start moving into the more advanced strategies. But let's say someone that's got a basic knowledge of the market, we talk about 3 to 6 or 7 hours a week, right? of time that we're looking at, right? So 3 hours a week is a half an hour a day, give or take. 7 hours a week is an hour a day. See where I'm going with this, right? If you put that type of time commitment in, you've got a tremendous opportunity to be successful in the market, right? When it becomes more sporadic sporadic's not the word I want. When it becomes more of a challenge for you to put in any time to work, that's where you start to lose some focus and lose some of what it is that you do. Like I brought something up on a document the other day that I have not thought of in a long time. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember I used to use that acronym all the time and I don't use it any longer. Forgot about it. Right. So it's kind of, ooh, now what? Right. So easy enough to add back in. 18 minutes a day comes to 4.56 days in a year. Appreciate that, Jim. I love when you guys do this math for me, so I don't have to. Right. So 4.5 days in a year is what you're putting in. That's it. Full days. Right. Full days. It comes down to, they say if you just exercise, 30 minutes or 60 minutes a day, what does that do for your body? In the beginning, nothing. Neither will your 18 minutes a day do nothing for you as far as getting you to that, getting you there, not getting you towards it, but getting you there. But if you put in that 18 minutes a day consistently, and you've gone 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you're going to start to see remarkable differences. All right, here's one more, and then we'll kind of leave it at that. One trade away challenge, best way to get started. No question, Will, without a doubt. That is definitely, for someone newer, that is definitely the way to start. Now I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Last night was a late evening for us. I was telling my team today, we were at a family wedding last night. That was off the hook. How good of a time we had there last night. We got back very late, only for me to have to go chase somebody, 2 people on our block that looked like they were checking cars out. So my guess is catalytic converters are a big thing by us now, getting stolen. So I chased them and called the cops and waited for them and all that good stuff last night. So, yeah, I know, Jennifer, my wife's like, you're crazy. What'd you do that for? Just don't bother with it. Like, nope. Trip said people overestimate what they can do in a week, but underestimate what they can do in a year. Exactly. From Amazon tracker on the catalytic converters. Yeah, well, I was thinking about wire tying razor blades all around it. Just craziness, right? All right, very good. I'll think of the other one in a little bit and I'll let you know. All right, from there, I want to go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. Put an air tag on it. There you go, Jen. Let's go look at the S&P 500. So guys, I'm having serious concerns with TradeStation lately. I'm seeing more and more of my lines disappear. I am seeing more and more holdbacks of things that I want it to do, and it is not allowing me to do. Now, it is 9.5. I talked about lines thing on there, but we've got some unstabilization on 10 that doesn't work well when we start videotaping, and with some of our computer systems, it doesn't work well. So we've abandoned 10 because we had it installed on in the office. We abandoned 10 and went back to 9.5. And the stability is there, just some of the features aren't. But I think you'll see for a little bit, I'm going to test out doing more and more 5-minute charts on the S&P on Omega charts instead of looking at them on TradeStation. I think I'm going to start doing more of it on Omega charts. So if we're looking at a trade setup on Google, right, as an example, let's go here. Let's go to a daily chart. And let's say Google. We'll do Goldman Sachs. Okay. Let's say that I saw Goldman Sachs and I'm waiting for a move up to that 323.64 and a fail, which it is on my list for that today. And I go over to TradeStation, that line isn't there. I've got to draw it manually. If I go over to Goldman Sachs on a 5-minute chart, and I got to link these together so they change, but if I go to Goldman Sachs, my lines, it didn't work. That was G. Okay. Goldman Sachs. My lines are already on there from my daily fib lines. They're already on the chart, right? That doesn't happen for me on TradeStation. So it definitely helps. Yeah, time for a toss conversion. You're probably right, Trip. You're probably right. A lot of what I've held on to TradeStation doesn't apply any longer at all. So, but I think you'll see me start using more and more of this. I do like the way the intraday charts look in black, right? I am a big fan of that. I like the black background. I'm a little leery about doing that to Omega charts, right? Just, I don't know, just not seeing it. As far as when their next update is, Jennifer, it's not something that it's a software thing, right? So it becomes more of a, yeah, we're going to have it out soon. Oh, what's soon? Well, we really can't tell you. That's a programmer's problem, right? Not ours. So, all right. Let's go look at S&P 500, and then let's go take some of your candidates that you're looking for. Don't drop them in yet. All right. Actually, we're going to go on to the daily chart. Let's go to SPX. Bueno. All right. So, guys, SPX, I did a good video of this last week on Friday for the newsletter that came out on Sunday. Let me get rid of that pop candidate. So what's happened? We had a swing low down here at 40.4828 and a swing high at 41.5428. And now we're kind of pinned between that 41.4459 and our moving averages. Yes, we're piercing below. You can call it the 40.9374 if you want. That's fine. But we've got this very ugly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of playing ping pong inside of those two fib levels. All right. Moving average is almost getting in the way at this point because there's no more moving. There's nothing to average. Right. It's just there. The lines are just in the way at this point. They're just there. Okay. So we've got nothing really happening right now. We're sideways. We need a breakout of one of these lines. Get me above the 41.4459 is fine, but I needed to get above the 41.5428. I need that recent swing high, which if you're trying to document it, it's on May 10th. The swing low, May 4th. Okay, May 4th. So until we get through one of those, I think we're going to just deal with slop. There was someone that was on CNBC earlier today. I was listening, but not really paying attention to it. Was talking about this year 2 interest rate cuts, but until those cuts come in, they're expecting choppiness in the market to really not see any gains and just kind of stay where we're at. And that very well may happen. I don't know, right? I really need to see when I feel the last rate hike is. I still think there could potentially be one, and I'm fairly high. Can you guys tell me what the chance of rate hike is? Trip or Jim or anybody else that's got access to it for this next upcoming? It's 1/4 point because there's nothing in for half at this point. At least there wasn't. Right? I still, I'll give you for me, I still think there's a 75% chance of a 1/4 point hike. CNBC said no, right? There was a Fed guy on. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I did see that there were 2 Fed presidents supposed to be on today. And that meant, so 79% no hike. I'm on the other side of the coin. I'm saying 75% that we've got a 1/4 point hike. So, and that's right now. There's still more economic news that has to come out over that time period. Some of the unemployment stuff, I think, is going to play big time into it. What Biden does to mess stuff up when he goes to China or Asia for the 2 weeks, we'll see how that plays into it as well. Right. And then this debt ceiling stuff is another part of it. So, without a doubt. So let's see. Trip said 79.9 for nothing, 20.01 for a 1/4 point. All right. Good. Listen, I'd be happy if it doesn't go up again. I'd be happy. I just don't know if we hit the end of the rope. Powell's last statement was, by no means are you to take this as a pause on hikes. So I'm reading off of what he said. right? We'll see as it gets closer in there, right? We look at VIX, fear is down, folks. I mean, big time down, right? Does anybody know what some of the highest traded options are right now? What's a major function of options of what position, what company or position is one of the top traded options? That's not normally, it's high, but not where it's one of the very top ones. Anybody know what it is? Jennifer said interest rates coming down, but not enough. I don't think so. So I think 25 points also. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So right now, we are seeing massive volume take place on $50 VIX positions. The VIX at 50. Right? 50. Why? Debt ceiling hike. If it fails, if it doesn't go through, right? And hell, it looks like people don't want it to go through. The Biden's getting on a plane for 2 weeks after postponing and saying no, it wasn't going to negotiate. The Senate, I think, goes away from May until June, right? They've got a bunch of time off because of the Memorial Day holiday. I mean, it's almost like, yeah, maybe we'll get around to it someday. Was that important? I don't remember. It's just, listen, it's just money. Don't worry, we can always print more at some point, right? Well, and you know, there's a lot of question. Even Kramer said it this morning that the Republicans would make a mistake by not letting it fail. Now, with that being said, you have to understand the why. Never has a president gone back up for re-election after that first term, and we were in a recession or depression or anything like that, and they won the second term. So let it fail. Don't do the debt ceiling negotiations, and look what just happened, right? So now, would that hurt us financially as a country? Yeah, I think the conspiracy theorists out there that feel that the dollar is going to collapse and BRICS is going to take over and a new currency and we're not going to be clearing currency any longer, could happen. But if we default and don't pay for a while, yeah, without a doubt, right? I see it. Yeah, it would hurt everybody. You're right, Jennifer, globally. That's exactly right. Yeah, Jennifer, right at the 11th hour, right? Right at the 11th hour, I agree. Yeah, but you know, every president has raised the debt ceiling. I mean, it's just what happens. You got to, you know, things go up, you got to pay for it. But it's not the raise of the debt. It's the from my perspective on it, it is the unchecked use of the money. Yeah, no, we just want just give us more. For what? For everything. No, but what are we putting it towards? Well, I think there's a little bit too much of that from both sides, not just from one, from both sides. I think right now we've gotten so far in debt, I think we need to pare that back a little bit. So again, a bit of a problem when you look at it, right? Yeah, Tripp said BRICS needs to be able to get along with one another before they have a reserve currency. Well, that's a valid point. That's not who I would want to trust, right? At all for the reserve currency of the world. Listen, I always thought the euro was a phenomenal idea until Greece had problems. Greece, which represents 2% of the euro, came close to filing bankruptcy, not being able to pay their bills. Germany took a huge brunt of it because they lent a tremendous amount of money to Greece. Only 2%. And look what happened there. Britain was brilliant for keeping the pound available, so they still have their own currency if need be. All right. So there's definitely some concern of a BRICS when it comes to some of the countries that they're associated with. Got to pay the bills. These are the things we already have committed to. The budget, SB, separate conversion from paying debt incurred, in my opinion. Yeah, so there's too much unlimited spending. We've got to pare some of it back. Right or wrong, I don't know what's going to happen. You don't have a house that's very strong, right? In leadership, you don't have what seems to be the other side willing to negotiate it all. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Beautiful. What candidates you guys want to look at? Drop them in. We will check them out. Right? For those of you wondering why my water looks green today, because it is. All right, it's not water, it's what actually is all water, right? But it's celery juice. Right? So if you guys have not tried it, you are missing out. Let's just get off of the VIX chart. All right. Yeah, I love it, Erica. I do it every day. Actually, I made a lot today. This is 30 ounces, and I made another 24 ounces for tonight. Yeah, they said wedding last night. Bad day, right? But bad night. All right, let's see what we got here. Erica asked for SPY, SPY, so let's go check that out. All right, so on SPY, same thing, you know, and the funny thing was, yesterday when I did the analysis on POP, we had SPX was a bullish neutral in a rank of 3, where SPY was bullish in a rank of 3. So we had a slightly different bias, bullish versus bullish neutral, just based on the percentage of the S&P to the SPY and so forth. So we've moved up now into bullish territory. We're up 44 cents. Well, we were bullish on this. It was bullish neutral before on SPX. So you got that 413.17 level you got to watch out for. Okay. I do a lot of trades on SPY. I'm a big fan of, on bearish days, writing covered calls for the day against my shares of SPY stock. Okay. Works out extremely well if you're in a bearish day. I don't need a killer bearish day. Just we're moving it to the downside a little bit. You got to watch it. You got to have your stops in. You got to know how to trade it and all of that good stuff, right? But there's nice cash flow 2 or 3 days a week on that, you know, on that type of movement in there. So just FYI. All right. So I'd look for that upside target of that 413.17. Erica, watch out for that. And then watch the 8, which is 411.63 on SPY. All right. And then Brenda, you had asked for that one as well, along with QQQ. Doc Qs. All right. So wedge formation, 326.48 going sideways, 8 moving average going up. And we are just right along that pink line, that 8 moving average. Okay. Let me do something here. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question before we're finished up today. So I just want to write it down so I don't forget what I'm going to ask. So we're looking at 326.48 on the upside, 323.5-ish on the downside. But if it breaks to 318.53, it puts us into a neutral bias. So 333.42 is the upside target. All right. So I am looking forward to Qs going up. I do have a bunch of shares of Qs. So I'd like to see that get, you know, more like what the SPY is. Apple. So again, I talked about this weekend. 172 to 174 is a tough trade in there. I got to wait for it to get out of that range, drop and fall below the 8 moving average. Awesome. Break out above the 174.19 with 178.72 is the upside. That's great. But if you've got 172 and 174 are your fib level, I want to get into a bullish position. I get above 172. I got to get to 173 to take the entry. Now I'm going to set my target on a $170 stock, $1 below resistance. So I'm going to set it at 173. Same place I got it. Right. So it doesn't work. I needed to get out of that range, and it's stuck there now about 7 or 8 days inside of there ever since the earnings. Stuck. All right. I hope that helped, Erica. And Brenda. Hey, Patty, Amazon, sure thing. You got it. Amazon. Let's bring it in a little smaller. I want to see the entire fib. Okay. All right. Got it. Nothing came to a line today, so no setup was on there for me. We're looking at 113 on the upside, 108 on the downside, support, resistance. We need a break of either of those first, but I really would rather get a bounce off of that 108 and move up, then a break up to that 113 level. If it does move up to the 113, push up, retest, and bounce would be the trade I'm looking for on Amazon. So I hope that helps, Patty. Let me know if you need something else. Excuse me. John, you've got Amazon in there also. Let's see. Cold, K-O-L-D. So let's go back and take a look. See? And the question I'm talking about was an epiphany in the middle of the night. So we're in a neutral bias right now on KOLD, $70 stock. There, these would be a potential switchback trade. All right, I just wrote it down. Can't just write symbols anymore. I gotta know what they're for. Potential switchback trade. We've got room up to about 1 to 76 3/4. We've got room down to 56 3. No, we don't. Not that far. So looking at about $13, 57, 67. Yeah, actually we do. I'm going to say we're going to add in a negative 118 rather. We'll put in a negative 136 also. We needed both. $118. There, just couldn't see it. Okay. So right now we're looking at 63.5 on the downside, about 78 on the upside. We'll get the 21 will curl up in there. Caution on it though. Amazon, let's see. Karen said Forex Factory news was not good out of the gate. Forget what it was. Brandon said not good. Was it just economic news, Karen, or was it on an individual stock? Erica, you're welcome. Brenda, you're welcome. Yeah, Amazon has been a crap fest since the split. Yes, it has. I get beat up on a regular basis by family because I had said that I wanted to buy Amazon, and some followed along like, oh, it didn't take off and explode. Well, when stocks split, it takes 1 to 3 years to get back to the pre-split price. So it's long-term, baby. If you're owning the shares, you definitely should be looking at covered calls. CVS, woo! And rain came down, down, down. All right. So from a standpoint of, yeah, we need to redraw. $67 to 72, $5. We've got 3. So I need to split. I need a negative 136 and a 118 inserted in there. Negative 136, 118. Okay, so I'd love to see it get back up to that 69 3/4 level and fail. 67 is support. We don't have a lot of room in there. It only moves 290 a day on CVS. So for me, a little caution there, Larry. I don't remember, Erica. Let's go see. Amazon. So 113 right now is the upside target. 117 is if you got the breakout. So the 113 would be retest the 108 and bounce 113. If it just keeps climbing, retest and bounce 117, and jingle is the target. Oh, the Empire State Manufacturing Index. Okay. Thanks for that, Karen. You're welcome, Erica. All right. Joan is asking for Pepsi. Pep, P-E-P. Pep, we love you. Yeah, it's had a nice move. All right, we've run channel from a channeling standpoint. The channel is gone. It's over. We violated the -2, so it's really not helping us any longer. The fibs, the channel functionality we have in there. We don't really have a good topping pattern yet. No swing high at this point. Okay. So, you know, I can go back and look at previous fibs. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to delete this off of here. $83 to 97 points. Yeah, we need to split this again, or not again. We need to put the negative 136 and a 118. Okay, so it looks like, what about here? 192 to 197. Yes, we need to split it. That's $5. We only have 4. Oh, it's negative. No, that's fine. So I need -5. So 195 to 197 half. Okay, good. We moved $4. Well, we moved about $2 a day on Pepsi. So it's good, had a good strong run. If you can get the bounce up that 195, 197 half would be a resistance level. For which one, Brenda? Who needs a new fib? On this, we don't have a topping pattern if you're looking at Pepsi for that. We don't have a new top yet. Once we have that, yeah, once we have a new top, we can draw it. So one of the things that I was thinking about doing, guys, and really I'm going to, everybody can answer, but I'm looking for some feedback. We'll talk about this in Mastermind tomorrow. Mastermind Inner Circle, I'm looking for you guys. If we go over to a negative 618, and if I find that line right there, and I do something to it, can't do blue. That color doesn't look good. So changing over the color that we have there, I already have that purple. How about a green? That might work. Okay, changing that negative 618 over to a green line in there, or whatever color it is. And then if we see the green line, because you may be looking here, I see there's a line, but I don't know what the level is. But if I see down here purple, I know that that's 618. When I see the green is a redraw line, right? We would do this for the 882, which I already have a green, and I have the negative 618. When we get through those levels, that's where we've got to start looking for a place to redraw. What do y'all think? Do you like the idea of doing it that way, of having that color change in there? It's another, you know, I had a guy that used to say, you know, the setup is so simple, you can see it from across the room, right? That's what I'm looking at. Yes, Jim, $200 price level on Pepsi is another one. We should be looking at that as well. 100%. All right, very nice. Good. Lots of ones, lots of yeses. All right. Okay. It's probably where we're going to go with it. I'll do more research in Inner Circle and Mastermind and figure out exactly what we're going to do. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. So Lee, do me a favor, drop in a link for Monster Market Movers. Folks, do not pass up this $49 opportunity to come into Monster Market Movers. Take advantage of it. This is if it's your first time coming in. Take advantage of that and watch what happens. Watch what you get from this as far as how many candidates I'm going to spoon feed to you for the setup. All right. Happy trading to you as well. Brenda, you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless. And I'll see you all at our next update. I'll leave the room open. Lee's going to be here. If you got some questions, you can drop them in, but Lee will help you out with getting into those links. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.